Boro Boro Part 2.
The girls will tell Beauty that it is such a bad idea because they are trying to grow a brand as influencers and their audience know that they are friends. They will know that it is the same wig, obviously. But Beauty would smile at them and tell them that she would dye the wig and change the color and nobody will know. They will eventually give the wig to her. However, their followers always knew within minutes after the picture is posted that it is the same wig that they wore. They just dyed it. And it wasn't looking good for their brand's reputation because other businesses saw all of these comments and so they avoided them. They didn't give them influencing gigs. It wasn't until her friends changed it for her and stopped borrowing their personal things that people started taking their brand serious online as influencers. But that didn't stop Beauty from borrowing. She just stopped borrowing from her friends. She made other friends outside and still borrowed from them. And on so many occasions as it put her into big trouble. One time, the girls were invited to a very big party where different big influencers were also invited to. They saw it as a very good opportunity to sell and pitch themselves to big brands. The party was very important to their career because of the big brands that would sign them. The day of the party came, and out of nowhere, Beauty bought a car into their compound. Where did you get a car from? Her friends Maya and Uche questioned her. They were really worried. Don't worry, Jare, Beauty said. I got it from a friend of mine. Let's just use it to go to the party. I'll return it back to him. Beauty, you got it from your friend or you borrowed it? We don't need all these things, oh please. I don't want wahala, Uche said. Don't worry, Jare, you too dey fear. Let's just go. Her friends tried convincing her to let them just take Uber and so she can return the borrowed car. But Beauty said no. She told them to get into the car and so they went to the party. All was good. They mingled well in the party. They sold themselves to brands and it was time to go home. They then realized that the expensive car that Beauty borrowed has been smashed. What happened? People outside then told them that the thugs that were fighting mistakenly smashed the car. Beauty knew instantly that she's in big soup this time. What is she going to tell Farouk the mechanic? She borrowed the car from him. She paid him little and told him she will return it just the way she borrowed it. And now this. I told you, Beauty. Now see what you have done. Look at what has happened. What are you going to do now? Uche said to Beauty. Beauty didn't have the courage to return the smashed car to Farouk the mechanic. Farouk started calling Beauty, but she ignored him. Not until he brought policemen to her house and got her arrested. Her friends had no other choice than to sell all of the things that they have to pay her debt and bail her out of jail. When she came out, she apologized to her friends, saying she would never borrow again in her life. She even swore on her life that she would never borrow again. But that was a lie, because that same minute, Beauty still told Uche to borrow her a bag that she's going to give her back. Beauty was that much a shameless beggar. The ladies started getting brand deals. They were doing influencer deals for different brands and things were good for them finally. The girls were now big enough to rent their various apartments and that was exactly what they did. Even if Beauty didn't like that idea because it will hinder her from borrowing from her friends. But it didn't stop her because she still drove to her friend's house to borrow their wigs and bags.